You have everything you need inside you right now. You just have to start small, keep your promises, and be kind to yourself along the way. I believe in you. Now go out there and show yourself what you are truly capable of. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe. So, what do? You take your hand off the door, you walk away, you go home, sit on your bed, and feel a deep, heavy sadness inside your chest. You feel like you are locked out of your own life. If you have ever felt this way, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Look at me. You are not broken. You are not stupid, and you are definitely not alone. Most people think that some people are just born brave. They see a confident person speaking on a stage or walking into a room with a big smile, and they think, wow, they are lucky. They have the confidence gene. I didn't get that gene. But that is a lie. Confidence is not something you were born with. Confidence is a skill. It is like riding a bicycle, cooking a meal, or learning a new language. You are not bad at it. You just haven't practiced it the right way yet. Today, we are going to change that. No big academic words, no boring textbook theories, just a real, honest talk between two friends. We are going to build your confidence from the ground up, step by step. Before we fix the problem, we need to understand what the problem actually is. Why do we feel so afraid? Let's go back in time. Thousands of years ago, humans lived in caves. Back then, if you were alone, you died. You needed your tribe to survive. If the tribe didn't like you, they would throw you out into the wild, and a wild animal would eat you. So, our brains developed a very strong system to keep us safe. That system is called fear of judgment. Your brain thinks that if people don't like you, you will die. When you want to speak up in a meeting, or when you want to talk to someone you like, your brain sees that as a dangerous monster. It wants to protect you, so it floods your body with fear. It makes your heart race. It makes your voice shake. The big realization. Your fear is not a sign that you are weak. Your fear is just your brain trying to protect you. But here is the secret. Your brain is living in the past. There are no wild animals waiting to eat you if you make a mistake today. Think about the things you want to do, but are too afraid to try. Is it speaking English with a native speaker? Is it starting a new business or a YouTube channel? Is it just saying no when someone asks you for a favor you don't want to do? When you stay quiet because of fear, you think you are safe, but you are actually paying a very high price. Every time you say, I can't do this, you lose a little bit of your self-respect. You shrink, and over time, you become invisible in your own life. When we try to become confident, most of us make two very big mistakes. Mistake number one, waiting for the feeling. We think we need to feel confident before we do something hard. You tell yourself, once I feel confident, I will apply for that job. Or, once I feel confident, I will start going to the gym. This is completely backward. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. Think about a child learning to walk. Does the baby sit on the floor, wait until they feel confident, and then stand up and run? No. They stand up, they fall down. They stand up again. They take one shaky step, and they fall down again. After falling 100 times, their brain learns how to balance. Then, and only then, do they feel confident. You cannot think your way into confidence. You have to do your way into confidence. Mistake number 2, looking at everyone else. We look at other people and compare our inside with their outside. You know your own fears, your own messy thoughts, and your own mistakes. But when you look at someone else, you only see what they want you to see. You see their clean clothes, their nice smile, and their success. You think, wow, they have everything together. They never feel scared. Let me tell you a secret as a friend. Everyone is scared. The most successful CEO, the most famous actor, the smartest student in your class. They all have days where they feel like a total failure. They all have that mean voice in their head. The only difference is that they don't let that voice hold the steering wheel of their life. Now, let's talk about how to actually build this skill. These are 4 real, practical steps you can start using today. No drama, just real actions. Step 1, lower the bar. The 1% rule. When we want to change, we often try to do too much at once. If you are afraid of public speaking, don't try to give a speech in front of 100 people tomorrow. That is too big of a jump. It will scare your brain, and you will freeze. Instead, make the step so small that it feels stupidly easy. If you want to practice speaking a new language, don't try to have a 30-minute conversation. Just say good morning to one person. That's it. If you want to start exercising, don't promise to go to the gym for 2 hours every day. Just put on your shoes and walk outside for 5 minutes. When you do a very small thing, your brain says, oh, that wasn't so bad. We survived. You win a small victory. And those small victories add up over time. 1% better every day makes you a completely different person by the end of the year. Step 2, keep promises to yourself. This is the most important part of self-confidence. Look at the word, self-confidence. It means trusting yourself. Imagine you have a friend. Every time this friend promises to meet you for lunch, they don't show up. Every time they say they will help you move, they change their mind at the last minute. Would you trust this friend? No, of course not. You wouldn't rely on them for anything. Well, guess what? You do this to yourself all the time. You tell yourself, tomorrow morning, I am going to wake up at 6 a.m. and study. The alarm rings at 6 a.m., and what do? You hit the snooze button. You go back to sleep. You might think this is not a big deal, but your brain is watching you. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your brain loses respect for you. It says, see, you said you would do it, but you didn't. You are a liar. You can't trust yourself. If you want to build deep confidence, you must treat your promises to yourself like gold. If you say you are going to read 1 page of a book tonight, read that page. Even if you are tired, even if you don't feel like it. Show your brain that your word matters. Step 3, change your inner voice. We talk to ourselves worse than we would ever talk to our worst enemy. If your friend dropped a glass of water and it broke, would you scream at them and say, "You are so stupid. You always ruin everything. You are a loser"? No. You would say, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's just water. Let's clean it up." But when you make a mistake, that is exactly what you say to yourself. You call yourself names. You remind yourself of mistakes you made 5 years ago. You need to become your own supportive friend. When you make a mistake, stop. Catch yourself. Say, Okay, that didn't go well. But I am learning. It is okay to make mistakes. That is how I grow. It feels strange at first, but your brain listens to the words you use. Change your words, change your life. Step 4. Embrace the so what mindset. What is the absolute worst thing that can happen if you try something and fail? Let's say you speak up in class or at work and you say something wrong. People look at you, maybe someone smiles. Ask yourself, so what? Will your heart stop beating? No. Will the world end? No. Will people remember it in 2 weeks? No. They are too busy thinking about their own embarrassing moments. Most of the things we fear are not actually dangerous. They are just uncomfortable. And discomfort will not kill you. It is just a feeling. The more you can sit with that uncomfortable feeling and say, yeah, this feels awkward, but so what? The more powerful you become. Let's be honest. When you walk into a room or when you walk down the street, what do you think? You think everyone is staring at you. You think they are looking at your hair, your clothes, or the way you walk. If you trip a little bit on the sidewalk, you feel like your face is burning because you think the whole world saw you. I have some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is you are not the main character in everyone else's movie. The good news is you are not the main character in everyone else's movie. Think about it. When you are walking around, what are you thinking about? Are you looking at other people and judging their shoes? No. You are thinking about your bills, what you want to eat for dinner, or that text message your boss sent you. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. They are too busy worrying about themselves to worry about you. There is a famous rule that changed my life. It's called the 18-40-60 rule. When you are 18 years old, you care about what everyone thinks of you. When you are 40 years old, you say, I don't care what anyone thinks of me. But when you are 60 years old, you realize the big truth. Nobody was thinking about you at all. Save yourself 40 years of worrying. Realize it right now. People do not care about your tiny mistakes. They are too wrapped up in their own lives. So take a big breath. You are free to be yourself. A lot of people think confident people never fail. They think confident people always get the job, always say the perfect thing, and always win. That is completely wrong. Confident people actually fail more than shy people. Why? Because they try more things. If you try 10 times, you might fail 5 times. If you only try 1 time, you might fail 1 time. But the person who tried 10 times learned 5 big lessons. You learned nothing. The difference is how confident people look at failure. When a shy person fails, they see it as a permanent stamp on their forehead. They think, I failed. That means I am a failure. When a confident person fails, they see it as an event. They think, oops, that didn't work. Let me try a different way next time. Failure is just data. It is just information. It is your computer telling you, error, try again. It doesn't mean you are a bad person. It just means you found one way that doesn't work. Thomas Edison tried thousands of times to make the light bulb. He didn't fail thousands of times. He just found thousands of ways that didn't work. Next time you try to speak English and you forget a word, or next time you try to do a new task at work and mess up, don't cry. Just smile, say, oops, okay, let's fix it, and move on. Don't make it a big drama. Did you know you can trick your brain into feeling brave? It sounds crazy, but it's true. Your mind and your body are connected. When you feel scared, what does your body do? You'll look down at the floor, your shoulders roll forward, you make yourself small. You cross your arms like you were trying to hide from the world. Your brain sees your body doing this and says, "Oh, look at our body. We are trying to hide. That means we must be in big danger. Let's send more fear." It becomes a bad circle. You can break that circle right now using your body. Before you have to do something scary, like a job interview or talking to a stranger, stand up straight. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your chin up so you are looking straight ahead, not at the floor. Put your hands on your hips. Take deep, slow breaths into your belly. Do this for just 2 minutes. It feels a bit silly, I know, but try it. When you change your posture, your body sends a message to your brain. It says, "Hey, look at how we are standing. We are standing tall and taking up space. That means we must be safe and powerful." Suddenly, the fear starts to go down. Your brain stops sending the panic signals. You didn't change your thoughts. You just changed your body, and your mind followed. This is a tough lesson, but I have to tell you because I care about you. You cannot build self-confidence if you are surrounded by people who are always cutting your wings. Look at the people you spend the most time with. When you tell them a new idea or a dream you have, do they say, "Wow, that sounds amazing. How can I help you?" Or do they say, "Are you crazy? You can't do that. That's too hard. You should just stay here where it's safe." Sometimes people who love us, like our parents or our old friends, will try to stop us from growing. They don't do it because they hate us. They do it because they are scared for us, or because your growth makes them feel bad about their life. If they see you changing and becoming better, it reminds them that they are staying the same. You need to find a community of people who want to climb the mountain with you. Find friends who celebrate your small wins. If you don't have those friends in real life, find them online. Read books by people who inspire you. Listen to podcasts by people who have the life you want. Fill your ears and your mind with positivity, not with the doubts of people who are too afraid to try. Let me tell you a short story about a person just like you. There was a young woman who wanted to learn how to drive a car. She was terrified. Every time she sat in the driver's seat, her legs shook. She was afraid she would hit another car or do something wrong and block the road while everyone honked at her. For 2 years, she avoided driving. She took the bus, she walked in the rain, and she missed out on jobs because she couldn't drive there. Her world became very small. One day, her mother got very sick, and there was no one else to drive her to the doctor. The woman had no choice. She had to get in the car. Her hands were sweating on the steering wheel. Her heart was pounding so loud she could hear it in her ears. She turned the key. She drove out of the driveway. She drove very slowly, maybe 20 miles per hour. People behind her honked their horns. She felt embarrassed, but she kept her eyes on the road. She made it to the doctor's office. When she parked the car, she didn't feel a magical wave of energy. She was just tired and relieved. But when she drove home that evening, something was different. She wasn't as scared. She realized she could handle the honking. She could handle the fear. She didn't get confident by reading a book about driving. She got confident because she had to drive through the fear. I want to leave you with one final tool. This is a question you should ask yourself every single night before you go to sleep. When you are lying in the dark, your brain will naturally start to think about all the bad things that happened today. It will remind you of the person who didn't smile back at you,
or the mistake you made at lunch. Stop that tape player, turn it off, and ask yourself this question.
What is one small thing I did today that required a little bit of courage? It doesn't have to be saving someone from a burning building. Maybe you raised your hand in class. Maybe you sent an email you were scared to send. Maybe you just got out of bed, even though you felt sad. Find that one thing. Write it down in a notebook, or just say it out loud in your room. Say, I did that. It was hard, but I did it. When you do this every night, you are training your brain to look for your strengths instead of your weaknesses. You are building a folder of evidence that proves you are a brave person. If you are waiting for a magical day when you will suddenly wake up and feel 100% brave, please stop waiting. That day is not coming. But here is the beautiful truth. You don't need to be fearless to be confident. Confidence is doing the thing while your hands are shaking. Confidence is speaking up while your voice is trembling. Confidence is taking that one small step forward, even when that little voice in your head is telling you to run away. The next time you stand outside that door and you feel the fear rising up inside you, I want you to remember this talk. Don't look at the whole room. Don't think about the future. Just look at the doorknob. Put your hand on it and turn it. You have everything you need inside you right now. You just have to start small, keep your promises, and be kind to yourself along the way. I believe in you. Now go out there and show yourself what you are truly capable of. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe.